Coming up on Come Dine With Me.
Cheers! Cheers.
Will a senior have her moment?
So far, it's a big disaster.
Or will she take a licking?
Kind of embarrassing.
When 5 strangers
What's going on?
spend 5 days
Ta-da!
serving,
Oh, dear God.
scoring,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and schmoozing. In an all-out fight,
Meat.
You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
for the ultimate bragging rights and $1,000 in cold hard cash.
Never mind water.
It's another week with another $1,000 prize, but tonight's host, 66-year-old retired Rusty Stewart, is like no other.
I grew up in Calgary, so I'm a kickin' cowgirl.
Who likes to keep her eye on the ball. And we're not just talking golf.
I like watching football because they wear tight pants and they get in the down-ready stance, and you get a good view of those, what my trainer would call apples.
Well, luckily for Kevin, the cheesemonger,
Kevin, where are you?
the counter's covering up his apples.
I need some brie, a nice French brie, maybe.
We have the Brie de Meaux, which is unpasteurized Brie de Meaux. It's more tradition. It's a single creme brie.
Sounds perfect.
Yep, there's nothing better than a good old hunk of brie.
Huh? Never heard of that before.
Heard of what?
Brie. I'm not sure what that is.
Meet contestant number 2 and the host of the final night, Andrew Davids, a 45-year-old wedding DJ who likes the sound of his own voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to get things going right about now?
Almost as much as he likes his body. But Rusty thinks she's the one bringing out the big guns with her onion, brie, and pear strudel.
Not an easy thing to make.
No, I mean, you've got to take the plastic off the puff pastry and slice up the onions. Exhausting.
I'm not one of those professional cutters.
Never would have guessed. Rusty puts the onions into a frying pan,
So far, so good, eh?
slices up pears, and tastes.
Mmm,
You like that, do you?
so delicious.
Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
Telling it like it is our hump day host, 38-year-old Shawna Fletcher, a real estate agent who lists more dislikes than houses.
Well, I dislike hot dogs because they're disgusting. I dislike veal because it's cruel.
Cry me a river.
Gluten tends to make me weep.
Uh-oh, that might be a problem, because Rusty's making a gluten-filled lasagna for her main course.
It would be nice if the lasagna is made from scratch.
Not gonna happen. And there's something else you won't find in Rusty's lasagna, meat. Because the host of Night 4, 28-year-old Jennifer Modica, refuses to be part of the vicious cycle.
I don't agree with how animals are treated when they're being raised to become our meat. So just opting out of the whole industry.
But at least she's opting to dine with 4 strangers.
I'm hoping there'll be people that I've never met before.
Yeah, Jennifer, that's usually the definition of stranger. But there's nothing usual about Rusty's lasagna, because it's got tomato sauce, grilled zucchini, mozzarella, and spinach that's been sautéed in garlic.
I think I'm gonna win with this.
It doesn't sound too appetizing.
Or look it, thanks to the bechamel sauce. Rusty folds the noodles over, shakes on some parm, pops it into the oven, and pulls out the recipe for dessert.
And as you can see by the page, I've made it quite a few times as I've scraped the chocolate off both of these pages.
I love chocolate.
Then you're in for a treat tonight, because Rusty's making a chocolate cake with chocolate mousse and a chocolate glaze.
Doesn't that just sound wonderful?
Sounds boring.
Well, it's not as exciting as a game of ping pong.
I love ping pong.
Introducing tomorrow night's host, 30-year-old Mitch McGraw, a travel agent who has trouble holding back.
If you ask me what I think of your children and they're ugly, I probably won't tell you that they're ugly. But besides that, I think that I'm a pretty honest person.
Then maybe it's a good thing you can't see Rusty making the cake batter.
And I'll go, do you like chocolate?
I'm not into that.
Don't worry too much, because it looks like this cake is not going to happen.
The wax paper doesn't want to come off
Why?
because it wants to drive me insane.
Looks like it's working.
All right, this effing thing is ruined.
That can give me anxiety.
But nothing's gonna keep this old gal down.
I'm gonna redo the whole damn thing.
Failing is probably one of my greatest fears.
Rusty makes the cake all over again by whipping egg whites all over herself and doing the good old Rusty taste test. How is it?
This tastes delicious.
She mixes the egg whites into the rest of the batter and pours it into the pan for the second time today.
There it is. Yummy, yummy. Really good.
If you think you can lick your competition with the perfect dessert, head to WNetwork.com for all of Rusty's recipes.
Woo!
Woo is right, because Rusty's actually managed to get the wax paper off her second cake.
Ta-da!
Looks pretty good.
It's FI.
FI?
I worked in a bank where FI stood for Financial Institution, but I changed it to be incredible.
Let's hope your guests think so.
Fingers crossed.
I'm so excited.
You can just give me the $1,000 now.
So I'm pumped and I'm ready to go.
Move over, people. I can taste the glory.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Rusty's on the prowl,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and Andrew's got it covered.
You're so pretty.
It's opening night, and Golden Girl Rusty is already counting the prize money.
I give myself a 9.5.
Hate to break it to you, Rusty, but you haven't had the party yet.
You've obviously mistaken me for someone with a short-term memory, which I do not have.
Hopefully Rusty can remember how to open the door, because Mouthy Mitch has arrived.
Hello. Come on
how are
in.
you?
I'm Rusty. Welcome.
Mitch, nice to meet
Mitch,
you.
come
Cheers,
on
thank
in.
you for having me. That's for you.
Thanks. I always
you
like
very
to get
much.
a bag.
I don't think the bag is the actual gift.
Rusty was a little bit rusty.
And a little bit touchy with the drinks.
Finally, a cocktail.
I mean, you haven't had any since the day started.
Finger looking good, Rusty?
Wish that I had.
Maybe she's looking to lube things up a little bit.
And maybe she'll get her wish with smooth-talking DJ Andrew.
Hello.
Come on in. I'm Rusty.
I'm Andrew.
Andrew, nice to
Nice
meet you.
to meet you.
Welcome to my
I got a little something for you.
Well, my favorite,
A bag.
a bottle.
There you go.
Rusty was a little whippersnapper.
And her drinks aren't bad either.
You put this together yourself?
I did.
And what do you call it?
Rusty's champagne cocktail.
Innovative.
I think for someone that is old enough to babysit Jesus, it's pretty impressive.
But will anyone be impressed with next guest, Jennifer the Vegetarian?
I'm Rusty.
Hi, Rusty. I'm Jennifer. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I think I added a bit of energy to the room. Jennifer.
Jennifer, nice to meet you, Jennifer.
Jennifer, Andrew, nice to meet you.
Very first second when I met her, I thought, you know what, if I was straight, I would totally do this girl.
But not wanting to be outdone is final guest, real estate agent Shawna.
Come on in. I'm Rusty. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Shawna. Nice to meet
Shawna?
you. I made you some cookies.
Oh, I like treats.
Disguised as bribes.
Going for the points, and they were homemade and gluten-free.
She would have been happier if you just got her a bag.
Well, gang, Shawna has arrived.
Hello.
Hey, Shawna.
Hi, Shauna. I'm Andrew.
Andrew.
Nice to meet you, Shauna.
Mitch.
Mitch,
They all seem very nice.
Well, 3 out of 4, maybe.
this is going to be the bitch who criticizes my food.
All right, here's to us, you guys. May our week be profitable and enjoyable.
And
And may I win.
Rusty's got no filter.
maybe it's just packed away with all the rest of her crap.
So many things.
See what's in the box.
What is it? What is it?
I saw some flag.
It's not just any flag. It's...
We had no idea what it was.
Any guesses?
Maybe she wraps herself in it. Maybe it's her blanket.
Maybe.
Or...
Maybe she was in some sort of race, or maybe she was an Olympian back in 1912.
It's just a thought.
But what would Rusty think about Andrew and Jennifer rooting around her drawers?
Ooh, maybe this is like a bonnet. Do you want to try this on? You're so pretty.
I'm feeling really special now.
He was kind of loving it. What are these?
Pantaloons!
Like crotchless pantaloons.
Yeah, they are. Wow. Interesting.
Is this like a bedtime outfit?
I think it's just bedtime, no outfit.
I didn't really feel that was appropriate.
But Rusty thinks shelving her lasagna on the counter before the appetizer is even served is perfectly acceptable.
I am happy with that, and I'm going to win with this because it is.
F.I.?
The smell is incredible, and it looks fantastic.
And should be fantastically room temp by the time Rusty quenches her thirst and starts plating her strudel, stuffed with
Onions, pears, cherries.
and brie, which will be a first for Andrew.
You've never had brie cheese?
No.
That's
Really?
crazy talk. Where have you been living?
I ate Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, and all kinds of different cheeses, but I never actually had brie before.
He probably had it. He was probably just too drunk to remember.
But even though Rusty's a little tipsy on the champers, she remembers her garnish of roasted cherry tomatoes. 2 for the plate and 1 for the chef. And the first dish of the week is ready to serve.
All right, ladies.
You can wait, because the guys matter most.
Men were served first, which was a bit unconventional.
There we go.
Thank you.
That looks delicious. Thank you.
And I guess the broads can have some too.
Whatever.
I hope you'll enjoy this, so bon appetit.
And here's to breaking Andrew's brie virginity.
I've never had this before. I'm a real dessert person.
It's not dessert, Andrew.
It's really good. The pastry's fantastic.
Thank you.
This is very interesting. The pastry is amazing. Did you make the pastry yourself, too?
No, I did not make the pastry myself.
It's still delicious. I'm not saying anything bad about it.
To her face.
If I was dying in some third world country, like, you know, I don't know, if I was in Somalia, I might think it was fantastic, but I'm not.
So Mitch is sour, but will Jennifer be sweet?
Really like the sweet and savory combination. Just a great way to kind of kick off the meal.
See, Mitch? That's how it's done.
I'm such a tool.
That's okay. No one's gonna be kissing you anyway with all those onions.
Caramelized onions are one of my favorite things.
I like caramelized onion too, or roasted onions, or any kind of.
Wait for it. Anytime now. Come on, you can do it.
Onion.
Oh,
That's Rusty.
cheers to Ruth being Ruth.
Who's Ruth?
Rusty being Rusty. Don't know where that came from.
Kind of embarrassing.
That's okay. Rusty'll forgive him.
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
I wake up in the morning and I do cardio for about an hour, maybe some weight training for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's 7 days a week, every single day.
I don't want a guy who's like in better shape than me.
I go to the gym every day. I see guys that have stretchy pants and, you know, pump and iron.
So does that mean that if I wear tight clothes the night that I host, that you might give me an extra point?
You could, it could be possible.
You could try, see what happens.
Rusty loves men, and Rusty ain't gonna hide it, and she's gonna tell everybody she loves men.
Shocking.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
We're feeling you, Rusty.
Rusty's hot, but Shawna's bothered.
If you're not going to make the pasta, then why are you making the lasagna?
It's the first night in a week-long wine and dine where everyone's a stranger, but host Rusty is definitely the strange-est.
My main interest in life is I like to travel with my husband, and people say, well, why do you go with him all the time? And I say, to provide sexual favors.
Oh. We've got a lot to talk about.
Oh, seriously?
You got to keep your man happy and out of trouble.
Oh. Okay. we'll go with that.
A little awkward.
She owns she's a dirty girl.
How did you guys meet? How have you been able to maintain it for so long?
Well, it's easy.
Sure, when you're a nurse.
Well, this very cute guy arrives on my ward. So I dragged him into my office, ripped off his clothes, had my way with him, you know.
I wasn't expecting you to go there
No.
so early.
No.
I was a bit taken aback.
To an extreme.
We're feeling you, Rusty.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
More women should be like that.
She's an old, slutty grandma. Who are we lying to here?
Well, it's better than being a nosy Parker.
we found this really interesting, larger-than-life flag.
Yes.
We were totally flummoxed. We didn't know what it was for.
It was the original Canadian flag.
Which maybe I should have known, but I mean, geez, I was born in 1981.
How shameful that we didn't know that.
The night before the Canadian maple leaf was hoisted, we decided to steal that flag.
I think everyone kind of gasped.
I could ask you, did you ever steal anything in your day?
Oh, I have. We all have. Do you know what's interesting, though, about your story?
I see how you just glossed over that.
This is not about me right now. Let's go back
I'm the thief. Tell me about what you might have put in your pocket.
I've stolen a few people's virginities. Pretty crazy.
I'm not sure I trust Mitch.
But Jennifer shouldn't have a beef with Rusty, because she's made a special vegetarian lasagna just for her.
I think they're going to like this because it has incredible variety of tastes.
Time to find out. Lasagna Fresca is ready to serve. And this time it's...
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you, Rusty.
She said coolly.
It wasn't overly warm, and lasagna is something that you really want kind of steaming on your plate.
Bon appetit. Give it a try.
Fantastic. Thank you.
For not breaking a hip.
It looked like something that my grandmother would have served to me.
Maybe it'll taste better than it looks. Fingers crossed.
Rusty, this is delicious. I really like that you can really taste the gorgonzola. I love stinky cheeses.
Me too.
I have to say, Rusty, the one thing about this dish that I absolutely love was the stinky cheese, but on top of that, the extra little bit of garlic.
Which should ward off any vegetarian vampires.
Rusty, I just want to say thank you so much for accommodating my vegetarianism in such a thoughtful way. You really made me feel included.
Aren't you sweet?
I don't think she's as sweet as she comes across. I think she's got another side to her.
Speaking of sides,
This meal was great, but wasn't there another part to it?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Rusty took it in a good stride.
Rusty heads into the kitchen and grabs the rest of the main, and the bread, salad, and cheese plate known as course number 4 is ready to serve.
Here I am, I'm back.
Yoo-hoo! With more carbs, yay!
Nobody wants bread after you have lasagna.
It was a lot of food.
You know, it's just the way I am, and I've always been that way.
Good for you, Rusty.
Did Rusty come from you being a redhead?
What do you think, Einstein?
People ask me, I say it's because I squeak a lot, or...
No, you don't squeak. You got lots of lubricant.
Awkward.
As I drink another glass. What about you girls?
I've never really had a nickname. And my partner, everybody he knows has a nickname. It's always like Squishy or Grimmy or like, why don't I have a nickname?
I go by VJ Andrew D. I think it's smooth and it's sexy. Don't you think so, Rusty?
Okay.
I'm feeling that.
Ugh, get a room, Music Man.
Andrew's a DJ. So every time I turn on the radio and I hear a disc jockey talking about some bull song, I'm always going to think about Andrew.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
Ooh, Rusty.
Rusty takes a licking, but keeps on ticking.
Okay, it's enough already.
It's the final course of the first night, and X-rated Rusty is glazing her second chocolate mousse cake of the day.
So the idea with glaze is you kind of let it run down like this.
Rusty tops the cake with white chocolate buttons, slices, plates, and licks the knife, as you do.
Ooh, Rusty.
I think it's more like, ew, Rusty.
Chocolate mousse. How good is that?
And it will be even better with raspberries.
Can't forget the berries.
Actually, you can, because Rusty's serving dessert as is.
I want to tell you that on the top of your chocolate cake, there are 2 little white,
Chocolates.
and one is for
Spit it out.
how grateful I am to have met you, and one is to thank you for coming to my house tonight.
Oh.
Which I thought was just very touching.
Boring. It was boring.
Hopefully the boozy mousse will go over a bit better.
I can really taste the brandy, and it really adds to the cake. The texture's really good. It's moist, it's soft, it's flavorful.
Is he still talking about the cake?
I think that your stories that you've told tonight you know, your experiences in life, show that you have a wealth of knowledge and that you're very able to cook a fantastic dinner and host a wonderful party.
Okay, it's enough already.
Yeah, Mitch, less sucking up, more cake critique.
It wasn't terrible, it wasn't great.
But it's chocolate mousse cake, so how bad can it really be?
This mousse was glorious. It really was delicious.
And chocolatey.
I'm a bit more of a vanilla person myself.
No kidding. And much more polite than Shawna.
I believe I was promised berries.
Well, I think I'll cover my head, you know, the old sackcloth.
Oh, don't.
I like a good towel on the head moment. It's always enjoyable.
A great start to a great week.
Cheers!
Cheers.
I had a really, really good time. And isn't that what it's all about? If the hostess has fun, that usually means that her guests also had a good time.
Usually.
The night was mediocre, so I think I'm gonna have to give Rusty a 5.
The food was lukewarm. She forgot the berries, but I had a good time. I'm going to give her a 7.
A few things from her menu were missing, so I'm gonna give Rusty a 7.
Presentation was a little bit lacking. Rusty was lovely, and I'm going to give her a 6.
So X-rated Rusty ends up marking her spot with 25 points.
I have it in the bag.
I'm gonna whoop her butt.
My food will definitely be better.
My chances of winning is actually good.
When people come to my house for dinner tomorrow, they will see what a winning menu is all about.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
Kitty gonna bring me new ruck.
hop aboard the Orient Express
Give me a drink.
as Mitch goes a la carte
Sticky fried rice, pork dumpling.
Highly politically incorrect.
and cranks the heat.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
I'm gonna win this.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
I'm in the zone.
will Mitch's Chinese night be a gong show?
Surprise! Who rock for you? I'm actually Caucasian, not Asian.
I'm disappointed.
This is a disaster.
When 5 strangers
What's going on?
spend 5 days serving,
Oh, dear God.
scoring,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and schmoozing. In an all-out fight,
Meat. You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
for the ultimate bragging rights and $1,000 in cold hard cash.
Booyah!
It's the second day of the competition, and tonight's host is Whiff Waff Master Mitch McGraw, who's known for his killer serve. Ing.
Dinner parties are a part of my life.
So is Schadenfreude.
I hope the other contestants do terrible. I hope that their dishes come out cold. I hope that things aren't cooked properly. I hope that somebody spills something all over the table. I hope somebody spills hot water on me so that I have a reason to bitch.
I want my night to go off without a hitch.
And to do that tomorrow night, real estate agent Shawna is going to have to close the deal and her trap.
I'm screwed because there's no way that I can keep that in check until my night, especially if I have a couple of glasses of wine.
I don't think we have a lot in common.
That's because Jennifer, the healthy vegetarian and host of Night 4, puts the brakes on when it comes to anything underhanded or over-processed.
All food should be made from scratch. The less foodstuffs, the better.
Bug up the nose alert.
Meet Andrew, a DJ who thinks he's got the perfect mix for the final night.
I've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into it, and I am so confident that this is mine.
I'm hoping Andrew wears another muscle shirt because he looks really good in them.
Which is no surprise considering last night, X-rated Rusty spent a lot of time looking to score.
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
Rusty's a Cougar Plus.
But at least she wore it well.
Rusty seemed to think that cleavage was a prerequisite for a good dinner party.
I was the life of the party yesterday and the belle of the ball. I did it all.
And for her efforts, Rusty got rewarded with 25 points to kick off the week.
No one can beat me.
Well, no one in this group, because Mitch is doing an Asian theme tonight.
So the fact that I don't have any Asians to critique my food makes me feel better.
And how will everyone feel about Mitch's first course of wonton soup?
Yummy, yummy.
Or will be, once Mitch gets going on the green onions and ginger. Chop, chop, Mitch.
Oh my God, I know. This is probably the most time-consuming part.
But well worth it.
Looks good.
But the ground turkey for the wonton filling doesn't look very vegetarian at all.
Could affect his marks with Jennifer.
But not in a bad way, because Mitch has a plan B.
It's basically fake meat, and it's disgusting, but vegetarians love it.
Or so you hope.
Could go either way.
Mitch adds hoisin and soy sauce to both fillings and starts wrapping like a pro.
I am smooth sailing.
I expect that Mitch is going to have made a lot of effort.
Effort? Yes. Wonton wrappers? No.
This should be something that he's made from scratch.
Do you know what? You can make wonton paper yourself, but in case people forget, I'm actually Caucasian, not Asian.
Excuses, excuses.
This is not an excuse at all. I would have to be fresh off the boat to be able to know how to make wonton wraps like these.
Wow. Did you just actually say that?
I don't try to be politically incorrect. It just comes out that way.
If you don't want to get a bad rap at your next dinner party, go online at WNetwork.com for all of Mitch's Caucasian yet Asian recipes.
Don't be hating.
I'll have to keep my eye on him.
You better, because he's going for broke and making a second appetizer, pan-fried prawn dumplings.
Prawns, not shrimps.
Prawns are shrimp.
Just posher.
Mitch is just trying to fancy it up by calling it a prawn.
You know, it's one of life's mysteries. What is the difference between a prawn and a shrimp?
Along with, who the heck is General So and what are you doing with his chicken?
Nobody really knows.
But Mitch does know enough to mix chopped green onion, crushed garlic, and 6 dried red chilies.
I like spicy food.
Mitch sautés the mixture with a cup of sugar, then adds vegetable broth, rice wine vinegar, sesame seed oil, and cornstarch to thicken it up.
That is perfect.
Which means he can add deep-fried chicken to one part of the sauce and deep-fried tofu to the other for his new vegetarian friend.
I think Jennifer is going to totally appreciate all the hard work that I put into this.
Just bean curds. You know.
But no one knows what in the world Mitch could be doing for an Asian dessert.
Donna, drum roll, please.
Peanut butter ice cream with a fortune cookie.
Wow.
Let's get started. I'm taking peanut butter, and we're going to take 1 cup of peanut butter.
And who doesn't like peanut butter? Those people that are highly allergic, I guess.
Mitch beats the peanut butter with 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Simple enough.
I wouldn't do that. That sounds too hard.
Which is exactly Mitch's strategy.
People think it's really complicated because it's homemade ice cream, right? You get a lot of credit.
And after he adds a lot of cream and a touch of vanilla extract, he puts it into the ice cream maker and moves on to making the fortune cookies.
I sure as hell hope he's making the fortune cookie.
Relax, he is. Mitch puts a tablespoon of batter onto a cookie sheet covered in oil and pops it into the oven for 10 minutes.
It's not rocket science.
No, but getting them out of the pan in one piece is.
Brutal.
What's wrong?
This is just not working for me.
Maybe try the knife.
Oh, it's breaking things. No, that's not going to work out. Nightmare.
Someone's nerves are shot.
If someone was gonna get on my nerves, it might be Mitch.
And it might be because in the end, Mitch managed to make 5 picture-perfect fortune cookies, all thanks to his special friend.
Kitty gonna bring me good luck.
And you're gonna need it.
I did not come here to lose.
I'm not runners-up material. I'm a winner.
Rusty wins. Rusty wins.
It's another notch in my lipstick case.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Rusty's words of wisdom.
You don't need a horse to be ridden.
Oh.
Tonight, Mitch is rolling out the Orient Express, complete with chopsticks, Lucky Charms, tuxedo shirt folded napkins, and a bad attitude.
I'm willing to step over people and offend a few people if it makes their bad side come out.
Which isn't likely to happen when your guest is Gentle Jennifer.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very good. Good to see you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Come
Thanks
on
for
in.
having me.
Don't sweat it.
Mitch was a bit frazzled. He was kind of sweating a bit.
Must be the lychee martini.
Do you like it?
It's strong, which I love. I think that's kind of set the tone for the night.
And here to pump it up is Mr. DJ.
Hey!
Oh, how's it going, Andrew?
Mitch, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great
How about
to see you.
yourself?
Excellent.
Yeah, you too.
Got a little gift for you.
Oh, I love prezzies.
Hey.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
good. You look nice.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
In your skin-tight top.
You know me, I'm always looking good.
Andrew, did you want a martini, or did you want some champagne, or would you like wine, or what would you like?
Oh, you should try the martini. It's really good.
I'll have to try the martini then.
Sounds like a plan.
Never had a martini before?
A fun night is in store for us.
There you go. There you go. Looking forward to it.
Hate to break up the crickets, you two, but sharp-tongued Shawna is here.
Whoa, how's it going, Shawna? Good to see you. Cheers.
I made you these.
Aw, that's so sweet.
And some wine.
I was gonna be like, they're brownies for brownie points.
Busted.
Damn him.
And his fancy martini glasses.
They're so spilly. I'm always convinced I'm gonna knock them over, and then I get all tense about it.
Which is a bit silly. I mean, martini glasses are, meant for spilling. It's just part of the fun.
And you can't have fun without next guest, Rusty.
Hey, look who it is.
I thought you'd never...
Answer the door,
Rusty always brings it.
along with a bottle of champagne in her purse.
Did you bring your own bottle?
I did.
Well, I got a bottle for you.
Oh, well,
So why don't
you're
I
a
get...
sweet guy. That would
Oh,
be
no worries.
lovely. I was very pleased with that.
Until he made you open it.
There it goes. I got it.
It's a party.
Giddy up.
More like Gun B, because it's Chinese night.
Have you been to China?
Several times. First time we went was 1979, which was only 2 years after the end of the Cultural Revolution. People were still wearing Mao jackets and shirts and pants.
You gotta support that.
You don't know who Mao is, do you?
I have no idea.
But Mitch knows what he's doing, setting up a round of shots.
I think Mitch is trying to get us drunk.
Duh.
I haven't done a shot since 1982. In those days, we called them depth charges.
Well, Rusty, things haven't changed much.
It was just loaded with alcohol.
Always good to be disinfected before you go into someone's closet.
Check it out. Check it out. I'll check out the bed. It's pretty good.
I think Rusty had a good time with that.
Bet you'll have a better time with these.
What the heck? Do you know what this is?
Well, every cowgirl knows that the best cowboys wear backless chaps, especially on the horse.
Yeah.
So these go around your leg,
Yeah?
and you have your butt hanging out, which
Wow.
makes it really exciting.
What the heck? What the heck does Mitch use this for? He doesn't have a motorcycle.
It's for cowboys.
Oh, I thought it was a... But he doesn't have a horse?
Innocent little sweet boy. You don't need a horse to be ridden.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now I'm on to you.
But it's Shawna and Jennifer who are getting the picture.
I'm saying that's Mitch, without a doubt.
Do you think so? Do you think you would wear a burgundy tie now?
No, I don't think so.
Even with the hair,
Do you think it's a clip-on?
could be a clip-on. What about no hair? Is that Mitch?
Aw, little face and his trusting eyes. Why is it not up on the wall? Clearly, he did not feel so passionately about his perm.
Clearly. But he is going gangbusters on his Asian-inspired app, serving up 2 wonton soups. One for the meat eaters and one for the vegetarian.
You make a special wonton soup for you.
What the heck do you call that?
Yeah, that was just my little Chinese accent there that I use from time to time. Every time I order Chinese food.
Highly politically incorrect.
But Mitch is doing everything right with his presentation. He's got the wonton soup in bowls and dumplings sitting just so on a lettuce garnish.
We're done, and I'm ready to bring this out.
Combo number A is ready to hit the table.
This one is for you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Looks beautiful.
Unfortunately,
It looked lovely on the plate. It really did. Damn him.
Bon appetit.
Oh, bon appetit.
Enjoy.
Bon appetit.
and walk on with your bad selves.
I've never had Asian cuisine in someone's home.
Is that a bad thing?
I'm disappointed. I kind of wanted him to trip up a bit.
You mean by, like, maybe taking shortcuts?
Now, these are things that are, were they pre-bought, or did you actually make them?
What do you mean, the actual...
The actual shells.
No, the shells you have to buy.
Have to?
Well, they don't grow on a tree like an apple or in the ground like a carrot. It's not like we just pluck these things from nature. Somewhere, somebody is making these.
I thought that the deep-fried prawn
Dumpling.
doodads, what were they called?
Dumplings.
I thought they were really good. I really liked them.
Fantastic.
And I would have 6 more. They were on offer, just saying.
Skimpy portions.
Well, there's always the garnish.
Rusty is still quite hungry.
I recommend the lettuce.
sauce.
I just know it. I feel it. I knew it from day one.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Mitch goes a la carte.
Oh,
Sticky fried rice, pork dumpling.
Tonight, mudslinging Mitch is on his best behavior in an attempt to win over his guests and bring them into the fold.
So I grew up in a very right-winged religious family, and I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness for a very long time.
You know, that's not a good place to be gay.
I struggled a little bit because I knew that what I was being taught wasn't necessarily how I felt inside with my own sexuality.
How did that work out for you?
You know, I've got a really loving family, and I really believe that you can never say anything negative about the people that bring you into this world.
That's so great. I'm so glad that you still really care for your parents.
Yeah. And you know, it's unfortunate. I don't see them very often. I've offered to fly them out to come and stay with me, and they've turned down the offers. I've gone to Vancouver and tried getting in contact with them, and they're always busy, and we don't really have much of an opportunity to meet with each other. But I still love them.
It was very sweet and heartfelt.
Now, at what age were you when you actually came out and told everybody this is who I am?
Actually, I have a long history of, I was married before as well, too.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Mitch, it just gets better with you.
I was married for several years, and unfortunately, that didn't work out. And
Because she wasn't a man?
Well, I mean, that wasn't, I mean, the reason why the relationship ended.
I had no idea that at some point Mitch was married to a woman.
I didn't really come out until maybe a few years after I had been divorced, and I was a little bit more comfortable.
How old were you when you were married?
I got married very young.
You're just a spring chicken yet.
Yeah, I got married when I was 18.
I think there's a lot more depth to Mitch than I had initially thought of.
Sucker.
Everybody was eating out of the palm of my hands.
And now he's wheeling out more surprises for the gang, an offensive accent,
Oh,
Sticky fried rice, pork dumpling.
and dim sum steamers filled with good luck charms.
so these are all different good luck charms in the Chinese culture. Some are part of the Chinese zodiac.
They were really cute and creative and very funny.
You actually have the crystal ball, which is good luck in life, so that's fantastic.
What is happening?
What's this one?
Andrew, you actually have good luck with money.
Oh, really?
Should we trade?
Money, money, money.
I felt I was shortchanged on my good luck charm. All I got was good luck.
But you're about to get so much more. Mitch plates white rice, steamed baby bok choy, and pieces of blood oranges.
I'm in the zone.
He finishes off with General Tso tofu for Jennifer and General Tso's chicken for everyone else. And his main is ready to serve.
This is for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
It looks delicious.
Much to everyone's chagrin.
You know, I'm disappointed that it was so great.
Look on the bright side. Maybe it tastes worse than it looks.
Absolutely delightful.
There goes that theory.
The blood oranges were a lovely touch.
Spicy, eh?
It's got a nice little taste to it, for sure.
It does.
I love that you carried the orange flavor throughout, especially for my tofu. It just made such a nice kind of flavor story for the meal. Well, the flavors were, I think, really bang on in terms of having an Asian influence.
My question is, who is or what is General Tao?
He's the guy that smart people call General Tso.
Well, I don't really know who General Tao is or what he's about.
That's because he's General Tso.
And that's something you could have looked up online, you know?
Okay, so I want to ask everybody something.
I'm not telling.
Well, it's too bad you're going to tell her. I'm going to give you the boot.
Too late, I've already had my dinner. I'm out of here.
What about dessert?
I want to know what the most embarrassing situation is.
I'll tell you my most embarrassing moment.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was so embarrassed, and I don't think I've ever gotten over it.
Wow, this must be a doozy.
I moved to a new school, and on my first day, my teacher asked me to introduce myself and tell the class a bit about me. So I stood up in front of the class, and I was telling them about my interests.
Hang on to your seats, here it comes.
And I said, my best friend.
Seriously, that's it?
Everyone laughed, and
Was bored out of their minds?
that was a really touching personal story.
No, not so much.
There was a boy whose name was Tim. His friends were very good to him. They gave him tea and cakes and jam and slices of delicious ham.
No idea what you're talking about, Rusty.
Gotta like that.
I think I dazzled.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Will Mitch's dessert leave them Confucius?
I can't believe you made this.
Did you make it?
I made it from scratch.
I still can't believe it.
Tonight, Mitch is putting on a full charm offensive with another round of the old bribe. I mean, gift cart.
Kind of a point getter.
And you haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Wow, it's a lottery ticket.
Woo-woo!
Ooh.
It's a winning lottery ticket.
So
So sweet.
And manipulative.
He knows what he's doing. He's crafty.
Damn it.
I'm gonna win this.
Not with a drizzle like that, you won't.
All right, I gotta wash this one off.
Oh, come on. It was just a joke.
This is not good enough for a 10, so I gotta get rid of it.
Mitch cleans the slate, re-drizzles, and tops with ice cream and a fortune cookie.
And this is gonna seal the deal and make sure that I get at least 1 9 or 10 tonight.
We shall see. Dessert is ready to serve.
Wow.
For you.
So pretty. It looked lovely on the plate.
It's homemade peanut butter ice cream with homemade fortune cookies dipped in white chocolate and made with a personal fortune for you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to check out my fortune because I already...
No, you can't yet.
That's right. You have to finish all of your dessert first like a good girl.
I've never had peanut butter ice cream this delicious.
Thank you.
I can't believe you made this.
Did you make it?
I made it from scratch.
And I kind of hate him.
I was blown away that he actually made that from scratch. I still can't believe it. Great job. Don't know how you did it, but it tastes wonderful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
And with the plates empty, that means Rusty can finally read her fortune.
Confucius say, at a nudist wedding, you don't have to ask. You can see who the best man is.
Confucius says the difference between a dog and a fox is about 5 drinks.
I don't get it. Very embarrassing.
Confucius say it is better to lose a lover than to love a loser.
That's a good one.
But Shawna's is better.
Confucius say homosexuals don't play chess because they don't want to sacrifice a queen.
I love the fortunes. They were really cute.
And Mitch's Chinese Joss paper ceremony is about to get very hot.
I've been very happy so far in my life, and I'm glad that I've met such wonderful people. I hope that all of your wishes come true.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love the guy.
I've had a good life most of the time, except for when I was run down by a car.
Just light the paper, Rusty.
I've always liked burning stuff.
Well, I'm gonna light my special Come Dine With Me, I Want to Win This competition paper, and I'm gonna light it at the fork. Every time you blow at it, you know you're just giving me more power.
More luck.
I'm winning for sure now.
Mitch might have something to say about that.
I'm totally pumped. I rocked it tonight.
But will his guests roll over?
Mitch pulled off a really original night, loved the Lucky Charms, and he was a great host. I give Mitch an 8.
I'm going to give Mitch an 8.
I had a great time, so I'm giving him an 8.
I'm gonna give Mitch a 9.
So Mitch's Lucky Charms and magically delicious food put him at the top of the leaderboard with a whopping 33 points. A tough score to beat.
Confucius say, I win contest. Hiya.
I'm gonna have to pull off a perfect night, but I can do it.
I want the cash. I need the cash. DJ Cash Money.
I still think I can pull first place out of my ass.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
Looks gross, tastes good.
will Shawna's night be full of cheers
SUCCESS, that's the way we spell success.
or jeers?
Hello, food poisoning.
Oh, something just doesn't feel right.
Really? Really?
Wow.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
I think we're gorgeous.
will sassy Shawna serve up a meal that's raw, raw, raw?
To-hee, to-ha, to-hee, ha-ha.
Or just raw?
But with undercooked.
Oh, something just doesn't feel right.
When 5 strangers
What's going on?
spend 5 days
Ta-da!
serving,
Oh, dear God.
scoring,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and schmoozing. In an all-out food fight,
Meat.
You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
for the ultimate bragging rights and $1,000 in cold hard cash.
I need to win this because I hate to lose.
We're smack dab in the middle of a 5-day food fight, and tonight's host with the most is no-nonsense real estate agent Shawna.
You take somebody into a house and they're like, I love this house, but I really don't like that yellow in the living room. It's $40. Buy a gallon of paint and paint it. It's not rocket science.
Neither is being subtle.
What? Rub people the wrong way? I can't imagine how that would ever happen.
It certainly wouldn't happen to eco-activist Jennifer, the host of Tomorrow Night, because...
I'm super fun and nice.
Not to mention super competitive.
I'm Italian, and we're not losers.
I'm in for the killing. I'm going to kill this.
Hyped up and hyper is DJ Andrew, who plans to pump up the volume on the 5th and final night.
We're going to think out of the box. We're going to have a great time. We're going to improv.
And kick it up a notch.
In Alberta, we like to kick when we're happy.
And Rusty was certainly happy when she managed to get through night 1 with only forgetting one thing, the raspberries for her dessert.
Close, but no cigar.
Which is fitting because last night, Mitch smoked Rusty, beating her score by 8 big ones. Partly because of his Chinese cuisine, but mostly because he gave everyone a gift after each course.
There's nothing else to say.
Jennifer begs to differ.
I want to change my score from last night because Mitch didn't make everything from scratch. I still had a really great time, and I want to give Mitch an 8.
So Mitchy Mitch drops down to 32 points, which still means Shawna's got some big shoes to fill.
Mitch, your bribing presence may have won my heart temporarily, but this food is gonna kick your ass.
Thanks for the heads up.
But will anyone welcome the fact they'll be having a chocolate cake for the 2nd time this week?
I hope that Shawna has put a lot of love into it.
Don't know about that, but she is using free-range eggs.
Terrible things are done to chickens in chicken farms, and I think that it reflects in the taste of the eggs.
Cake is not difficult to make.
Oh, really? Is that experience talking?
No, I'm a pudding guy. I've never made cake before.
Shawna mixes the chocolate into the eggs, which have been blended with sugar, then adds vanilla extract, cocoa, almond flour, and beats again.
Look how fluffy it is.
Fluffy and fabulous.
I like fabulous chocolate cake recipes.
Then it's a good thing that this and all of tonight's recipes are just a click away on WNetwork.com.
Everything is made from scratch on my menu.
Down to the whipped cream for the dessert, which Shawna puts into a piping bag.
Ooh, fancy.
So I hope they appreciate how pretty their dessert will look.
And the fact that she's going all out and making crab cakes with lemon aioli, avocado, and spicy pecans.
The appetizer has potential.
And it also has green onions, crushed rice crackers, mayo, and canned crab.
That's totally unacceptable.
Then maybe you'd like some of Jen's vegetarian app, because she's having cheese.
Whoa.
See, canned crab isn't looking too shabby now, is it?
Boy, am I glad I'm not a vegetarian. Give me the crab cakes any day.
What the hell was I thinking?
Beats me, but maybe the main will make up for it, because Shawna's serving a wondrous Indian chicken bake.
Wondrous? What does she mean by wondrous?
That she's using the best chicken around.
This is free range,
Yes, and it's antibiotic and hormone-free.
and hormone free.
And why do we like that?
This is a happy chicken because it's growing natural.
And you know what you're eating.
Yeah, exactly.
But what exactly will Jennifer be eating tonight, you might ask? Well, a chickpea and cauliflower curry.
Sounds a little flat.
I'm hoping that it's served in a similar style to what everyone else is having.
Don't worry your little chickpea head about that, because both the chicken and the vegetarian dish are being cooked in the same spicy sauce, which starts with onions, garlic, and precariously cut ginger.
Never cut towards yourself. That's what they tell you. It's totally what I'm doing right now.
After the ginger's added to the pan, Shawna adds gram marsala, chilies, paprika, and diced canned tomatoes.
Starting to smell good.
I sure hope so.
Shawna adds sour cream and cilantro to the sauce and pours it over the chicken and the cauliflower and chickpeas. Shawna will bake the dishes later just before her guests arrive in their feather boas.
What?
You heard me. There's a dress code.
She wants everybody to wear a feather boa.
Who doesn't have a feather boa in their closet?
I'm gay. I'm not that gay.
I don't know if I got my boa back from the dry cleaners.
Do I have to go?
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Shawna gets by with a little help from her friends.
I didn't make this dressing. They are homemade from a friend. This is a chutney made by my mom.
It's a bit of a cheat in this kind of a contest.
Shawna's doing her best to get ready for tonight, but the question remains, will this fiery redhead be able to keep her emotions in check?
I might kick people in the shins. No, I will try to be gracious, and then I will quietly go to the washroom and weep.
Why would you cry? It's not like someone forced you to wear a feather boa. Unlike Rusty and Andrew.
Hello! Welcome! You guys look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm telling you, pimping and styling.
I had to get my boas out of the cold storage room.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised to learn that you actually already possessed a boa.
Well, sure. What girl doesn't like a boa?
Funny you should ask, because here's Jen.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I love your feather boa.
That makes one of you.
I think boas really scream stripper to me.
You look great.
You look festive.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I like your sparkle.
You like that, eh?
Yeah,
Not really.
I know. It's good times.
Actually, it's time to let Mitch in.
Hey,
party boy.
lover, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, because she's boa free.
She actually wasn't even wearing a boa.
Oh, you got that wired tight.
Good, I love it.
Can you breathe? Mitch looked like a wild animal with his boa.
How much did you have to drink before
I'm
you
just
showed up?
starting.
He's on his first
I'm
martini.
just starting, but you're killing me.
You look like the great bald eagle.
I hate boas.
But you don't seem to mind poking around Shawna's nest.
Miss, you check out the closet because I heard you're out of it.
I love Rusty.
Of course Mitch loves me. I'm a lovable girl.
And not an old bag.
Oh, let me try it on.
What's that?
No, what's that?
A trophy. Interesting.
What do we got
What
here?
kind?
Well, look what it is. Look at the girl's boobs on this. Holy crow.
Wow, she's pretty perky.
And it was a pom-pom girl with her hands up, her big boobs sticking out, little short skirt like cheerleaders wore back in the day.
Guess that explains the pom-poms.
Give me one of those. Woohoo!
Calm down, Andrew. Let's leave this to the professionals.
Boom-a-zing-a-boom! Boom-a-zing-a-boom! Ta-hee, ta-ha, ta-hee, ha-ha, High River High School, rah-rah-rah, yeah!
Good job, Rustomatic.
Well, put a pom-pom in my hand and I'll give you a cheer.
And give Shawna a bottle of salad dressing and she'll use it.
Didn't make this dressing because
You were busy making spicy pecans?
they are homemade from a friend.
What about the jelly for the cheese plate?
This is a chutney made by my mom.
Shawna plates the crab cakes, and bingo bango, her appetizers are ready to serve.
My friends.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, fantastic.
Beautiful.
As in easy on the eyes or just easy?
Well, I don't think it's hard to slice some cheese and avocado and...
Yours has the cheese as a crab cake alternative, and I made a little sort of aioli to go with our crab cakes, but you have a chutney that's made by my mom.
So your mom made the chutney.
She did.
Did she make it fresh?
I'm whipping her. Get it done, Mother. I've got to have this ready.
It's a bit of a cheat in this kind of a contest.
And the rest of us, these are my own invention crab cakes. And we have some spiced pecans, which were also made as a gift for me, and fresh avocado with a little bit of a lemon aioli.
I gotta say, the crab cakes are absolutely fantastic.
It came out of a can.
And with a side of excuses.
And I find that if I buy the fresh crab meat, they've got the little icky bits in there, and it just doesn't have the same sort of light meat thing going on. So yeah, after a few trial and errors, I decided that the can was the way to go.
Crab in a can is good.
So are Mitch's manners.
It was a nice combination of things on the plate. It gave you a little bit of salty and a little bit of fresh vegetable, and you had some sweet pear as well. So it was a nice combination of everything.
Mitch is a little ass kisser.
My question for you is how proud are you of your appetizer?
Well,
I wanted to put her on the spot a little bit.
I feel good about it, but then I am a big fan of the crab cake, so...
Well, then I'm going to get into my next question for you. What would be kind of fun is if maybe you could take your pom-poms and give me a little cheer about your appetizer.
Bring it on, baby. Yeah, that's totally embarrassing.
No. this is.
SUCCESS, that's the way we spell success.
I did a little mental eye roll when Shawna did her cheer.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, which came first, the chicken
What's juicy?
or the egghead?
You know what? I'm proud to be a nerd.
Tonight, Shawna's going all out to impress her guests, even if that means matching her rice to her hair.
This is a red rice.
A dry red rice.
You know what it's missing? Butter.
And buttering up your guests wouldn't hurt either.
Jen's got the hair that makes the guys stare. Andrew's got the walk that makes the guys talk.
I love that.
That was good. She was a lot of fun with the pom-poms.
I felt like cheerleading was kind of, it's like the quintessential high school experience.
I was the only 200-pound cheerleader in the world.
Wow.
And when I was-
Wait.
200-pound cheerleader.
And when I'd make a
What
jump,
happened to
do
the
it.
other 190 pounds of you? I cannot imagine Rusty as a 200-pound cheerleader. I absolutely cannot.
They had a hard time finding a skirt that would fit me. I would do a jump, and it would, the whole room would rock.
I can't believe that's true.
It's true.
Really?
I was never really into the whole cheerleader thing in high school. I was on student council. I was living in a small town for part
So
of
you
the
were a
time.
nerd.
You know what? I'm proud to be a nerd. Nerds changed the world, so what's wrong with that?
Some of my best friends were nerds in school, and I was a bit of a nerd in school, too.
Mitch is still kissing ass.
And Shawna's planning on kicking it with her main course. That is, if her chicken is done.
What's juicy?
You might want to taste it to make sure.
I don't need to taste it. I know it's good. I can see that it's good.
Shawna finishes the plate with salad and a dressing that she actually made for a change, and loads up a spicy chickpea and cauliflower curry for Jen, and the main course is ready to eat.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And may none of you choke on a feather.
Or the spicy chicken.
I love Indian food. I love curries, I love spice, and I can never have enough spice. I love that you've put 3 different sort of pieces together here. You've put a salad, a red rice, and a curry together, and they all blend so well.
Good thing, because there's plenty to get through.
There was enough of that main course to probably feed half of Africa. I just don't know if I needed it all on my plate.
Well, I'm still eating. Very nice. What I really liked, the salad was really good. I've never had figs in salad before.
Let alone red rice.
The rice was interesting.
Interesting. Sounds like the kiss of death.
I didn't care for red rice. I thought it was undercooked. I think the chicken is really good. There's always a chance that chicken can get overcooked.
Is yours overcooked?
No.
In fact, it's really...
moist.
Moist is one of the most loathed words by women.
Because I kind of
By women,
love it.
not by men.
I have a moist spot for
Interesting that you
moist.
think that moist is endearing.
Maybe because lots of moist things happen to women.
No, that's what I was
Well, we
thinking.
like lots of moist things to happen to us. They don't always.
Hey, no.
I was kind of hoping we could move on.
Not with Mitch in the room.
Moist.
It just makes everyone feel a bit cozy
Sticky?
inside.
No, it's like a warm, delicious, damp place to live.
Someone once told me...
Cut to the chase, someone's got a yeast infection.
Someone's feeling moist. That's the problem.
Well, one of my favorite words is delicious, and that's what your meal is, so thank you.
Do a cheer for yeast infection.
Considering Mitch has never had a yeast infection, I don't think he's an expert on the topic.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, the guests are fed and Shawna's fed up.
Let's get these people the dessert and get them out of my house.
Tonight, Shawna's trying to be the host with the most, but right now, she's just the host with the most leftovers.
So, there's some left. Maybe I gave big portions. Maybe my food sucked. My food didn't suck. It was awesome.
Shawna has to cool her jets.
Without a doubt.
She's very guarded.
Ask me whatever you want to know.
Well, we want to hear what we don't know about you.
What is it?
Oh,
We don't know what to ask,
What's your
so just-
deepest, darkest secret?
Yeah.
Well, I like things to be the way that I want. Like, it's my way or the wrong way.
I was just going to ask you if you are a control freak.
Hello?
Boring.
She was concerned that if she spilt her skeletons, that maybe she was going to lose a few points.
I used to cheat on all of my spelling tests in school.
Cheating on a spelling test. Ooh, fantastic. Ooh, what a skeleton. What's your skeletons in the closet, Andrew?
Oh my goodness, skeletons in my closet. Well, I guess what I'm
He always talks a lot but reveals nothing.
I did some stupid things in terms of taking money from paper boxes. I got to the point where, there was some police activity.
That's quite the rap sheet.
What I want each of you to do is write down the craziest thing you've ever done on this piece of paper. And then we're just gonna go around afterwards, we're gonna pull them out, and we're just gonna see. We pull it out of the hat, we look at it, and we're like, who did that?
So while everyone does their homework, Shawna plates her chocolate cake. Or rather tries to.
Oh, dear God, that's gonna be mine.
Guess whose dessert was also chocolate cake?
I have to say, I probably wouldn't have made a chocolate cake after having Rusty's.
I feel I'm being mocked in the other room.
It was probably one of the most delicious chocolate cakes that I've had. And kudos to Rusty.
Really? Really? Perhaps she'll remember to put the raspberries on hers, unlike me, who left them in the fridge.
I don't know. I'm feeling like I was pretty nice to these people on their nights. And maybe they're not being so nice right now. And you know why they're not being so nice right now? Because they're threatened by the fact that my food is better. And if they're really bitter about it, and I'm gonna lose because of it, well, I'll kick them in the shins.
Okay, but add the whipped cream and berries first, then kick them in the shins.
Let's get these people the dessert and get them the out of my house.
Let's. Flourless chocolate cake is ready to serve.
Oh, wow.
And guess what, Rusty?
She didn't forget the raspberry. She gets top marks for that.
Please, I hope that you enjoy.
Thank you for the beautiful presentation.
My pleasure.
But will eating it be theirs?
This dessert is very tasty. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a brownie and chocolate cake.
I'm impressed that you did make the whipped cream from scratch. And
the cake is store-bought. I'm kidding.
So is he.
Because it did not taste as good as Rusty's.
Now, let's get real here, Shawna. Mm-hmm. Your chocolate dessert is going head-to-head with my chocolate dessert.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Put my hand in the air and say Rusty's chocolate mousse cake
was
the best.
But who has the deepest, darkest secret?
Found a dog and kept it. 1, 2, 3! Fess up. Whose was it?
It was mine.
Hashtag fail.
Almost drowned in a swim-up bar in Mexico.
Oh, that's her.
No, I'm pointing at Jennifer.
Fine, it's true.
It happens.
Which means it's down to Mitch and Rusty.
Let me put mine on too, Rusty.
Okay, I just looked at this.
And we're not gonna pull it off until they figure out who it is.
Pooped my pants in public.
Oh, Rusty. For sake, you took your helmet off before we even figured out who it
I
was.
hear the story.
Tell me more, Mitch. Tell me
Tell
more.
us about the public pooping.
I was in New York City partying all week long. I was just burnt out to the max.
Right through to your apparently.
Somehow they convinced me to go to this club, and I'm standing in a lineup, and I was like, I was actually clutching. Something just doesn't feel right. But I stood in this lineup for like maybe an hour, and we got right to...
How old were you?
I was like 23,
There you
24.
go. That speaks
I
volumes.
get to the front of the lineup, and I was like, oh my
God, I'm gonna fart.
I know what my problem is. I just have to pass a little gas. I thought, you know what, as I put my jacket onto the coat check, I'm just gonna let out that silent fart.
Out of control, I'm telling you. Wow. Wow.
And I felt like a little bit of like a miniature sort of explosion. It was like a... I pooped my pants.
The best part of the night was Mitch's poop story. It had me laughing till I cried.
For which Shawna will happily take the credit.
If you can make somebody cry with laughter, I don't care if it's like, it's my night, so I get the points for that, right? Like, I brought these stories to fruition.
Wrong.
The entertainment was provided mostly by the guests. So for tonight, I'm giving Shawna a 5.
I did have a fun night, but I thought the food was a bit meh. So for that reason, I'm gonna give Shawna a 6.
I'm going to give Shawna a 7 for her dinner. I had an amazing time. I drank lots of wine. I had many laughs.
I'll have to give Shawna a 7. The food was good, but it wasn't great.
So in the end, Shawna's the one who ends up in number 2 and ends up in a second-place tie with Rusty with 25 points.
I sealed the deal tonight. Damn it. Cheers. I'm going to bed now.
I still have this competition by the balls.
I'm still in the lead as far as I can tell.
Who's the big winner? Andrew's the big winner. Love it. Would you like that? Black steel, baby.
3 nights down, 2 nights to go. I've got what it takes.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
Always be prepared.
is Miss Goody Two-Shoes a shoe-in?
My grandma would be so disappointed. Plan B?
Or will someone steal her crown?
She's a pageant queen.
It's kind of creepy.
I have a question. Did you make your pasta?
I'm Italian. What do you think?
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
Perfect.
can a PC Pollyanna
People who don't like Brussels sprouts should really grow up.
keep the bad vibes at bay
Beets are like the unsung hero of the vegetable world.
when 5 strangers
What's going on?
spend 5 days serving,
Oh, dear God.
scoring,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and schmoozing in an all-out food fight.
Meat.
You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
For the ultimate bragging rights and $1,000 in cold hard cash.
Winning is what I do.
It's the 4th day in a week-long wine and dine, and tonight's host is Jennifer, the do-gooder.
I really try to live a life that minimizes my impact on the environment.
Such as,
It's like recycling or, putting litter where it belongs.
and trashing meat eaters.
People are constantly pissing me off by their choices. And then they say it's too complicated to make the right choice and it's so hard and cry me a river. It's not that hard.
Jennifer's a little uptight.
But DJ Andrew can't wait to get everyone loosey-goosey when he hosts on the 5th and final night.
Of course, man. Cash King, baby, right here. We all know that. Come on. Cash King, I'm taking it.
It's a little silly.
Which is rich coming from Rusty, who not only forgot her side dishes,
Oh, my God, yeah.
but also the raspberries for her chocolate cake on night 1. But despite the debacles, Rusty scored 25 points and is still kicking.
I'm a Calgary girl, and when I win, I'm going to ride off into the sunset. Yahoo!
Rusty never fails to amuse me.
And Mitch didn't fail to impress when he whipped up an awe-inspiring Asian feast on his night
I made it from scratch.
and scored a whopping 32 points.
I'm sure I've got Rusty beat, and I'm sure that I've got Shawna beat.
That's because last night, everyone hated the feather boas that Shawna forced them to wear almost as much as her red rice.
They're like, what's this, red rice? Like, come on.
Shawna's a hot mess.
Which is ironic because she and Rusty are tied for last place with 25 points, which means Squeaky McClean still has a shot.
Right, Jennifer?
A lot of people mock my voice.
Trust me, it's not just the voice.
It's the word I'm looking for. It's not crackpot.
She's a dork.
A dork with a list.
And I have all my recipes put up, so I know exactly what I need to do when.
And the first thing on the list is to boil beets for her appetizer. Beet and buffalo mozzarella ensalada.
Ensalada?
Yes, ensalada.
Ensalada is the Italian word for salad.
No, I don't speak Italian.
And Jen doesn't like peeling beets.
And it's tedious work. And it gets your fingers all red.
Well, golly gee willikers, how are you ever going to survive?
When you want to win a competition, there's nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty.
That's the attitude.
Oh, whatever.
Since Jennifer will assemble the beet salad just before serving, she can now move on to preparing tonight's dessert, vanilla panna cotta.
Looks very appealing.
Jennifer starts the panna cotta off with milk, cream, then it's time for the gelatin. Uh-oh, moral dilemma.
It's not vegetarian. It's made with animal hooves, and I don't want to eat animals, so instead I'm going to use agar-agar.
With the agar-agar in the pot, Jennifer then adds sugar, a vanilla bean, and puts it onto the stove to cook, and moves on to her second dessert, pear torta. 2 desserts for the price of 1. Nice.
I'm hoping it'll turn out, and I'll get some extra points for it.
And so you should.
Mitch, on the other hand, being a type 1 diabetic, may not be quite so excited about a double dessert.
I think it's fantastic.
Take that, Shawna. If you want to double your chances of impressing your guests, head to WNetwork.com for all of Jennifer's goody two-shoes recipes.
I love social justice.
But the question is, does everyone like pears?
I like pear.
Jennifer puts the cake batter on top of a layer of preserved pears and puts it into the oven to bake. Checks it off the list and celebrates.
I feel great. I'm happy. I've done page 1 of 7. But
The most daunting work is still to come, because Jennifer has to make her main course, stuffed cannelloni.
I'm just looking for my non-vegetarian option, because my menu, it had a vegetarian option. I'm not finding one on this menu.
And you won't.
I never cook meat because I don't agree with the industry at all, and I can't support it.
But Jennifer likes supporting farmers, which is why she went to the local market to get her fresh veg.
With her stick up her.
And a bag full of Brussels sprouts.
Doesn't sound appetizing for me at all.
People who don't like Brussels sprouts should really grow up.
But what about people who use their no-nos tomato sauce?
I'm hoping that will set me over the edge.
Doubt it.
I think that if you're going to prepare a meal, you should do it on your own.
Well, to Jennifer's credit, she is adding her own herbs, brown sugar,
Just to sweeten it up.
red peppers,
For some heat,
and wine because
wine makes everything better.
didn't do any wonders for Shawna last night.
I'm a little bit tired.
But thankfully, Jennifer's not, because she's got spinach and ricotta filling to make.
Ricotta is cheese.
Yeah, Andrew, we know.
Perfect.
But no one knows if Jennifer's gonna make her own pasta.
And if it is, we're gonna
Gonna what?
be surprised.
Surprise! Jennifer combines flour, eggs, and a few glugs of olive oil. She mixes and kneads, and kneads some more.
Pasta's not that hard to make.
Just as long as you don't overwork it, right, Andrew?
I've never made pasta.
Good. Then you won't know how bad this really is.
The cracks in this concern me.
But with no time to make another batch, into the pasta roller it goes. Ish.
Mine is not really catching.
Maybe some words of encouragement will help.
Come on, pasta. Make your way through the pasta maker.
There goes that idea.
Nobody else made stuff from scratch, so if I don't think it's the end of the world.
But it just might be the end of the competition.
I will be sulking for months if I lose.
Imagine how Nona will feel.
My grandma would be so disappointed in this pasta.
But your guests will be delighted.
I got this. It's mine.
I am like miles ahead at this point.
Come on. Cash King, I'm taking it.
Let's do it.
Coming up,
Hey!
will someone call in sick?
I didn't see anybody vomit.
Really?
It wasn't me.
It's day 4, and eco-activist, vegetarian, and soft-spoken Jennifer is ready to step into the spotlight.
It's all me, baby. Jennifer #1.
With 2 guests, Andrew and Mitch.
Hey!
Hey, guys. Come on in.
Don't be shy.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Jennifer seemed very fun, very bubbly when I arrived.
It's an act.
Jen seemed a bit nervous.
And is it any wonder, considering what happened at Shawna's?
Someone
I
was
heard that
sick.
somebody vomited last night. I didn't see anybody vomit.
Really?
It wasn't me.
Someone doth protest too much.
I really do think it was Mitch. Mitch puked.
I definitely know that it wasn't me that vomited.
Then that just leaves 2 suspects, Rusty and Shawna herself.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I'm so glad to see you both.
Looking so guilty.
If I had thrown up last night, I would have felt a hell of a lot better today.
Why are you looking at me? It was not me.
It looks like Shawna's ready to confess.
No, it was not me. I was quite surprised to discover the remnants.
Remnants?
Serious vomit splatter, lack of hand towels, found them encrusted with vomit next to the washing machine.
I think it's bull.
The vomit or tonight's menu?
I was wondering if there was going to be a carnivore's option.
I was wondering the same thing, too.
Very good point.
I would love to have a T-bone steak.
This dirty girl needs some meat.
Would you settle for some champagne?
Thank goodness. Thank
And
you.
now
you
that
very much.
everyone's here, we can have an official toast. Does everyone mind? Is that okay?
Oh, just drop the sweet act and make the toast already.
I just wanted to say I've been looking forward to this week for a really long time, and tonight in particular. I'm so happy to have you guys here, and I hope you enjoy yourself. In Italian families and in our homes, we always say our house is your house, so please ask me for anything you need.
They need a better host.
Okay, like seriously?
No request is too small or too big.
Isn't that my only Italian? Mi casa, su casa, is that how it goes?
That's Spanish, Rusty.
Really?
But thanks for coming out.
I think that Rusty, oh God, I think I might be Rusty in 30 more years.
You mean picky?
I didn't like that champagne.
But hopefully she'll like Jennifer's beet salad dressing. She adds roasted beet and exactly a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. God.
I really want to make sure that I take the time to measure the ingredients out.
Take your time. It just means Andrew and Rusty can spend longer snooping through your herbs.
What do you think she does with all this stuff?
Oh, I think she used this to take a bath in. It was quite interesting.
I think maybe she
What?
makes witches' potions. Maybe she's a Wiccan.
Well, if the shoe fits, wear it. Or in Jennifer's case, pack it away in a dust-free container.
Okay,
Shoes. More shoes.
thought that I was an anal retentive freak, but this is shocking even to me.
What's up with that?
Never mind that. What's up with this?
Oh my God.
Dude.
Oh my God. There's a ribbon. And I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Figure it out.
She's a pageant queen.
She is a pageant queen. But this seems like it's a little bit too long to fit her because she might trip over this if she was...
Whatever. Pageant queens don't trip over their gowns, okay?
At least not the ones who are health obsessed.
I really think it's important to eat the rainbow.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you say something?
If you're eating lots of colors, then you're contributing to your health.
You probably should be more concerned with your score, but whatevs.
I love beets.
Jennifer arranges her beets just so and adds sloppy slices of buffalo mozzarella.
As you can see, it's lost a bit of its integrity.
But Jennifer hasn't, because she adds healthy pea shoots, a drizzle of dressing, a sprinkle of candied nuts, and the salad is done.
I think this is something that you would get in a restaurant.
Maybe a backwards restaurant.
Isn't the cutlery reversed?
Yeah, looks like it is.
The knives, the blades of the knives turn
On the
in.
inside, right.
They turn towards the plate. Come on, set the table properly.
Really, who cares?
Get real, you guys.
Oh, we got church ladies speaking up over there.
Exactly.
Oh, I love Rusty.
And now it's time to find out if everyone's gonna love Jennifer's beet salad served on mismatched plates.
Ooh, I like Mitch's plate better.
Tradesies.
He doesn't care.
Well, actually, I like yours. I like the yellow one. Can I switch?
Hand it over, Rusty.
Oh, wow, this was a little crazy.
Not as bad as watching Rusty try to eat those pea shoots.
Shoot. You got a pea hanging out of your mouth.
Somebody should have just told Rusty that if she cut them, they wouldn't hang out of her mouth like that.
What, and ruin the most exciting part of Jennifer's night?
Pea shoots. I don't like pea shoots.
But you gotta eat them if you want to get to the beets.
Beets are like the unsung hero of the vegetable world.
Well, good golly gee, they certainly are.
That's just Jennifer. That's what I love about her. She's a bit of a geek.
I hate to be the downer of the table. First time I've ever had beets.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't eat beets. It's not something I really enjoy.
You said that you didn't like them. How would you know you didn't like them if you hadn't tried them?
Yeah, Andrew.
Does Andrew live in a bubble? Like what? Does he just live on protein shakes?
Busted. Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
I have a question.
will Jennifer dodge the bullet?
Did you make your pasta?
I'm Italian. What do you think?
I think no.
She lies.
Tonight's host, Gentle Jennifer, has been described as
Very sweet girl.
Comfortable shoe wearing, holier than thou.
Too quiet.
Every day I try to live my life exactly the way that I want to, in a way that I think is kind of minimizing harm to those around me and other parts of our world. I just want to be free to be who I am. I'm sorry to be so boring.
But if you only had 24 hours left to live, what is it that you might think you might do? What would you be like, damn, I gotta get that one done?
Or get that guy done.
I'd really like to try bungee jumping.
I'm so on the same lines.
I'm not one of those people.
Oh no, you're much too highbrow.
I'd like to have sex with Brad Pitt.
She's still kicking. There's no doubt about that.
But Rusty has her doubts about Jen.
I was looking around your condo to see what it was like, and I noticed that you had a lot of herbs, so I jumped to the conclusion that you were a Wiccan.
I am not a Wiccan. I just think that there's a whole tradition of healing based on plants that is being lost, and I think it's terrible. And so I've just kind of taken it upon myself to learn more about herbalism.
But I'm a straightforward, go to the doctor, he'll give you a pill kind of girl.
And if I'm sick, make my own kind of remedies. Does that make me a witch? I think it's up for interpretation.
It's a little witchy. Boring.
I wonder what you guys found out about Jennifer when you were...
Snooping around?
She's a pageant queen!
What's the deal with that?
My friends kind of egged me on to enter the pageant. Everybody kind of knew me because it was a really small town. So, you know, it wasn't a big deal. It was just...
It wasn't a big deal. Well, 12 years later, you still have your blue ribbon. Well, you may not. I may have slipped it into my purse. I've always kind of fancied a little something like that for myself. Who doesn't want a blue ribbon?
To wear to the dinner table.
Our pageant queen!
Yeah, here's a picture of me during that time. I was a little bit younger.
Kinda creepy.
This is a little embarrassing for me. It's something that happened a while ago, and I'm just going to take this off because I don't really feel comfortable being the queen.
She needs to encourage herself to shine.
Actually, what she needs to do is make the beurre blanc for her main course.
You have to add one little piece of butter at a time. It's so annoying.
Jennifer adds butter, whisks, adds butter, whisks, adds butter, whisks, and then whisks some more.
It really needs to be totally emulsified.
And is it?
It looks like it's splitting, and I'm getting a little worried.
It is challenging because it can go awry. You're whipping and you're dropping and...
You need to stop doing that, Rusty.
Can you do it again for me?
Oh, I like that, Rusty.
It dropped.
You're right-handed, eh, Rust?
I am right-handed.
Oh, it was terrible.
I want to know if she made the pasta. That's what I want to know. She's an Italian.
You want to vote?
You think yes?
I think no.
But Jennifer's a trooper, so she dishes out the cannelloni and asparagus, purple carrots, fiddleheads, and Brussels sprouts, coats with the beurre blanc, and the main course is ready to serve.
I served the ladies first last time, so I'll serve the gents first now.
Fiddleheads.
Never had fiddleheads.
Oh my God. I can't even, like, he's on a cooking competition and he's never had food.
How un-Italian of him.
What we're having is my Nonna Raffaella's cannelloni recipe with my Nonno Francesco's tomatoes in the sauce.
I noticed that it was called no-nos. So is there something about this dish that's a no-no? Because while we were sitting around...
Mitch, shut up and eat.
All right.
Cheers. It looks gorgeous.
What there is of it.
I think I was expecting slightly bigger portions. Hello, it's Italian food. Aren't you supposed to eat until you feel like you're gonna pop?
This lasagna is fantastic.
It's not lasagna.
Sorry, not lasagna.
That's okay,
It tastes and looks like...
as long as you love it.
I love
don't
it.
care
It's
what you call it.
fantastic.
For, you know, lasagna.
The lasagna, it's got some heat to it, girlfriend.
It wasn't lasagna.
Call it what you want, but that was vegetarian lasagna.
Really good. I love the
Homemade noodles?
But I have a question.
Shoot away.
Did you make your pasta?
I'm Italian. What do you think?
I think you're avoiding the question.
Oh, she was totally trying to sneak one past us. She thought that she could fool us.
Wow, you guys take your pasta very seriously, and so do I, since I'm Italian.
So you made it yourself.
Maybe, maybe not.
I have to confess, I did make pasta today. but I didn't like the consistency of it.
Doesn't that just make you sweat?
Oh, it made me so upset. You know, I kept thinking the whole time my grandmother's going to be so disappointed in me.
I don't think Nona's the one you have to worry about.
I'm holding it against her.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, will the panna cotta get panned?
Crappy.
A lump of jellied junk.
Tonight's supposed to be Jennifer's Italian night.
Yeah, baby.
So naturally, she's brought in a sake maker.
Craig's going to walk us through a little bit of an education about sake.
Isn't that exciting?
Not really.
This is actually a special sake. It's like a little bit higher alcohol.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
It's very ricey. I'm not all that keen.
Listen, the faster you drink it, the faster this will all be over.
I really wasn't fond of it.
The sake we're making is made, it's a pure style, using whole rice grains,
Blink, blink.
water, and yeast. And we actually
Hair
have a
scratch.
mold to make sake as well. And the mold's
Head
job
nod.
is to turn the rice starch to sugar.
Fascinating.
Get to the damn punchline.
Sadly, it's not a joke, Shawna.
I think I would like to drink this, like accompanied by maybe sushi.
So did you get sushi?
Yeah, have we got some sushi? Bring
We
out
don't
the
have
sushi, lady.
I'm sorry.
That's a bit of a cop-out.
I just thought it was kind of weird.
Especially when followed by an Italian dessert like panna cotta.
It's a bit firmer than I would like, but I'm not sure anyone's going to notice.
And if they do, well, there's always the pear cake. Jennifer pours the raspberry coulis onto the plate.
Just to add a little bit of color.
And her dessert duet is ready to serve.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Presentation was good.
It was lovely.
Sucky. Like, it was crappy.
Oh, come on. Give the girl a break. She just made you 2 desserts.
Clearly, I really like my pear tort because it's gone.
But you still got a hunk of panna cotta there.
Turns out, what I think about that is,
It was just kind of a lump of jellied junk. I didn't like it much at all. The pear,
Torta.
whatever it was, pear.
Torta.
I think it tastes delicious.
It's very
I really like
different. Yeah, thanks.
Very original. I'm gonna chalk that up with one of the things I've never had before either. The whole week's been an experience. Come on, man.
has.
Cheers!
Thanks for a great evening.
I'm going to give myself a high five.
But hopefully there won't be any 5s in the cabs.
I'm gonna give Jennifer a 7. I still don't like beets, but I enjoyed the cannelloni.
She took a really big risk with her food, and booze was flowing. I'm giving her a 7.
I'm giving Jen a 7.
The panna cotta was a little bit bleh, and bless her heart, the party lacked a little bit in chutzpah. I'm gonna give her a 7.
So Gentle Jennifer rounds out the night with 28 points. Impressive, but still falling short of Mitch.
Thanks for coming out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
This is me celebrating tomorrow night when I take the money.
On the next episode of Come Dine With Me,
Oven pumping with heat.
is Andrew full of fist pumps
Fist pump, fist pump, fist pump.
or just full of it?
Oh!
As the winner is revealed. Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
He's here in the building. He's in the building.
it's the final night.
Holla!
Holla, holla, holla.
Can the DJ find a beat,
Bang it. It's pure good.
or will he just fade away?
Pretty friggin' brutal.
When 5 strangers
What's going on?
spend 5 days serving,
Oh, dear God.
scoring,
You look like a guy that goes to the gym.
and schmoozing. In an all-out food fight,
Meat.
You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
for the ultimate bragging rights and $1,000 in cold hard cash.
Does this look like losing to you?
It's the final day of the competition, and tonight's host is
DJ Andrew D.
a spin master who thrives on working out
Somebody called the vet because these pythons are sick.
and having a gas.
Everybody should piss their pants laughing every day. If everybody pissed their pants laughing every day, this world would be a better place.
But if Rascally Rusty, who kicked off the week, doesn't win, laughter will be the last thing you hear.
If I lose, I'm going to throw myself on the floor, kick my legs up and down, and scream.
Funny, because that's exactly what Shawna, the host of Night 3's Feather Boa Party, did this morning.
When I woke up this morning, I opened my eyes and I thought, I'm not going to win. Everybody hates me.
Shawna's a little bit desperate.
That's because she's worried about losing to Mitch and his great-tasting Asian cuisine and loot bags.
It's a lottery ticket.
I think the only thing keeping me away from this $1,000 is Mitch's bribing swaggery.
It certainly wouldn't be Jennifer, because even though she served up a delightful vegetarian dinner last night featuring her grandmother's cannelloni recipe,
Nonna would be proud.
her meatless mane and meek personality resulted in only 28 points.
The only person that I have to really worry about now is Andrew.
Actually, everyone's worried about Andrew, because before this week, he had never eaten beets, crab cakes, or any cheese other than cheddar.
He's 45 years old.
And he hasn't even had brie before.
For crying out loud.
So what exactly will Mr. Simple Palate be serving tonight?
The drum roll, please.
Caesar salads. 4 with chicken and 1 without for Jennifer, of course.
Delicious. I love Caesar salads.
So easy to make.
Not when you're a perfectionist and need to cut the romaine just so.
It really bothers me when I go out for dinner and I find like there's this big honking leaf of romaine in your salad. It's just too big.
I make Caesar salad all the time, and I've put on Caesar salad making demonstrations in many places and in several languages.
Of course you have, Rusty. Andrew starts the Caesar dressing with exactly half a cup of vegetable oil, precisely a quarter cup of Asiago cheese, and a tablespoon of Dijon. No more, no less.
I do like to measure things to make sure things are right.
Not to mention vegetarian friendly.
Isn't Caesar dressing made with anchovies? Question mark.
We're not going to put the anchovies in, so we're going to do this minus anchovies.
I will definitely look forward to it.
We've been pandering to that woman all week.
Andrew adds minced garlic, white pepper, mayo, and gets his mix on.
Yeah, he's here in the building. He's in the building.
Work it, muscle man.
Giving you a good bicep, tricep workout, baby.
I'm not impressed.
Maybe dessert will change your mind, because Andrew's making cinnamon raisin bread pudding.
I love bread pudding.
Then just wait till you try Andrew's.
My bread pudding is going to pop. It's going to be incredible. You have no idea, man.
Andrew combines cream, eggs, white and brown sugar into a vat and gets another workout going.
Feel it, feel the burn.
And adds 2 cups of pumpkin puree to his old school dessert.
It's like that forgotten dessert. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Bringing sexy back.
Yeah, nothing says sexy like dried, shriveled up raisins.
I like raisins.
But then again,
Rusty is the old lady that babysat Jesus.
However, she's still less crazy than Andrew.
We got the raisins bringing all the showgirls and the DJ. We got the butter in there bringing the makeup and making it smooth and putting it all together. We got big bad bread over there that's going to go right in and make this puppy tight.
And what's the cinnamon going to be doing?
Cinnamon, oh, it's got attitude, you know. You get cinnamon on a bad day, he'll kill you.
If you want to slay your guests with a killer bread pudding, go to WNetwork.com for all of Andrew's pumped-up recipes.
If you make bread pudding once a week, that's what's going to happen to you.
And if you try to pass off a stir-fry to a bunch of foodies, this is what's going to happen to you.
Really? Stir fry?
Yes, really. But there is a bright side, because he'll be making it with beef, which is a first for this week.
My prayers have been answered. We're having beef.
And not just any old beef, but beef tenderloin.
But I wanted to go with the best meat possible.
It does sound good.
Andrew coats the cut-up tenderloin pieces, sprinkles with seasoning, and mixes.
You got to dig right in there and massage it. You got to feel the love.
But Jennifer is not going to be feeling the meat love, so Andrew's going to make her very own stir-fry with just veggies.
This main is not impressing me at all.
Clearly, I won't be losing.
Clearly, since Andrew can't even pronounce his next ingredient.
So now we need 1 teaspoon of Worcester sauce.
Worcester.
Worcester. How do you say that?
Worcester.
Seems simple.
Sure, for someone who knows what it is.
We have vinegar, water, salt, anchovy. Ooh.
That's nasty.
But Jennifer did say she'd be willing to eat fish this week, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
Thank God.
Actually, let's thank the florist, because she's got the perfect rose petals for Andrew's dinner party tonight.
Oh, that looks good.
Excellent.
And certainly fits in with the dress code.
It's a red and black theme.
Ergo, the chair covers and decorations.
Sexy and you know it.
And who knows what will happen tonight.
Woo! TGIF indeed.
I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
I won this competition 4 days ago.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me,
Can I get a whoop whoop?
will Andrew's night be dynamite?
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
It's the final night, and DJ Andrew has done all his prep for his black and red theme, including changing into a skin-tight scarlet top.
Can I get a whoop whoop?
Not from me, but maybe Shawna and Rusty will oblige.
You guys look fantastic.
Thank
Rusty,
you.
oh my God, I love the dress.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
I made you some cookies.
Oh, thank you so much.
And this is to toast our winner tonight.
Oh, that is perfect. I love that.
Yeah, right.
I strongly suspect he's a little bit of a backstabbing bitch.
But at least you played along with his dress code.
Thank you so much for supporting the concept.
Of course they'd support you. Anyone who didn't would be a meanie. Mitch.
I have to apologize. I didn't have red to wear.
Sure.
I was kind of disappointed by that.
Where's your red?
Where's the red?
Mitch didn't get the memo.
He couldn't find a red shirt? Please.
I'm a little disappointed. I really wanted us to come together and all look good. Everybody's fine except for Mitch could have done a better job.
Deal with it.
It's going to be fist pumps and raising the roofs and holla.
You mean the bread?
No, Rusty, it's not holla. It's
Holla!
Holla, holla, holla. Whatever the hell that means.
It probably means there's going to be some breast action. And I don't just mean the chicken.
Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, whoa, Nelly.
Wow. Looks like the Asiago isn't the only cheese in the house.
All of our meals this week has had some kind of cheese. With the exception of Mitch's meal, actually. That was Chinese. You know what? Come to think of it, Chinese people don't do cheese.
And winners don't do simple salads.
I'm going to say simple is good. Simple is in your neighborhood.
And I'm going to say Mitch is on your treadmill.
Come on, go, go, go. You can do it. We got you going 43 miles per hour.
43? No, that's 4.3.
Go faster, faster, faster.
While Rusty keeps working Mitch, Shawna and Jen check out Andrew's before shots.
It's definitely Andrew. I haven't seen this side of him.
Don't you mean size of him?
Looks like he lost a lot of weight. It's like somebody put him in a dryer.
And kept track of how much he shrunk.
I guess this is like the duration of the workout, something, maybe heart rate.
Crazy obsessed, perhaps?
Or just plain crazy.
Damn straight. Can I get a whoop whoop?
What?
Woof, woof, woof.
Now can we get back to the salad before they start eating the decorations? Too late.
I just wanted to eat. I just wanted some friggin' food.
Well, you're in luck, because Andrew's got his Caesar salad plated, and it's ready to serve.
Woo, woo,
Well, don't go too crazy. It's not like he made croutons or anything.
Was a serious shortcoming.
What about anchovies? Is there anchovies?
That's such a great question.
What a stupid friggin' question.
Not if you're a vegetarian.
I did not include anchovies at all in the dressing. I completely took it out.
It was very nice of Andrew to make the appetizer with no anchovies. In our home, my mother always had a huge block of Asiago cheese, and it reminds me of being with my parents. Thank you so much for bringing me home with this dish.
You realize it's just a Caesar salad, right?
I was feeling a little bit dubious, but you know what? It's really delicious.
But
The chicken slices were very large.
I don't know why Mitch was bitching about that. He had a knife, for crying out loud. The dressing is a little on the salty side.
well, since you're all getting things off your chests,
I need to tell you, and I need to be honest, because...
Bring it.
Yeah. So my confession is, me being the paranoid person that's got to get the job done, that's got to train every day, I did not have enough time to able to work out today. So today is one of those days where I have to write off on my schedule.
We found those schedules.
What do those numbers mean?
The numbers mean how much I weighed that day, my body weight. It also means the amount of calories I burnt that day.
Okay.
And it also means my body fat percentage.
But Andrew, have you always had these guns? Because when I was upstairs, I saw some pictures of you that look quite different.
Absolutely. That's what inspired me. I've spent the majority of my life being overweight, unhappy, being picked on, and I've been never happy. I was never happy with myself.
I have to say, I mean, I feel bad. I'm not at all focused as much on my outside as I am on my inside. I'm always kind of thinking, how can I improve what I know or learn more about whatever I'm interested in the moment?
Looks good. Now, my outside never looked all that good, and so I always felt that that was how I was being judged.
So, Rusty, you really do understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And my self-worth was always reflected by the number on the scale on the floor.
I really think it's more important to kind of cultivate your mind.
Spoken like a true skinny person.
Brutal.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, Andrew takes a licking, but keeps on ticking.
Oh!
Who's a little salty.
Tonight, Andrew's trying to win the contest with his high energy.
Raise the roof.
I am fully over raising the roof.
Maybe you'd enjoy a gun show more.
That's it, Harry.
Don't you mean taste it?
Oh! Oh!
Who's a little salty.
Don't tell Jen that.
I just saw our host get licked.
Sadly, we all did.
I went too far. After all, I'm a married senior citizen.
These guns got licked tonight by lady friends, man.
Soon to be single lady friends.
Yeah, that's not gonna go over so well with my boyfriend.
But will Andrew's stir fry go over well with anyone as he turns on the rice steamer with a knife and adds
generic seasoning salt
to his cooked beef tenderloin?
I do have one thing to say about the stir fry.
And that? But at least it's simple, which means Andrew has time to mix up the bread pudding for dessert.
I want the raisin, I want the ginger, I want all that goodin'. I want to call it goodin', because that's all it is, baby. It's pure goodin'.
Call it what you want, it's still just stale bread. Andrew finally stops pulling his pudding and adds just half of his special sauce to the stir-fried veggies.
Anything in life, less is better than too much.
But Jennifer probably wouldn't like it too much if she knew you were stirring the veggies with your meat tongs.
Vegetarian option, bang it.
And serving up such small portions.
Baby, I got more. I cooked an extra. Not stupid. So here we go.
Andrew sprinkles sesame seeds on the top of the stir fries, and they're ready to serve in typical Andrew fashion.
Can I get a holla?
Woo! Andrew plunks down beef stir fry on plastic red plates.
He's got a lovely, large, 4-bedroom new construction home, and like we're eating off patio plates. I don't really understand why that happened.
Or why the vegetarian has a piece of meat on hers.
I would never serve meat. I would never serve suffering in my home.
Shut up. Eat your friggin' dinner.
You heard the man. Dig in.
I really love that you used a nice cut of beef for your stir fry. It's tender and it's delicious. There's many, many sad experiences of having Chinese food where you really want a nice beef stir fry and then the beef is kind of like shoe leather. And this is not. It's tender, it's delicious, it's melt in your mouth.
If you're lucky enough to find any in all that rice.
Too much rice.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. At least you made a nice sauce.
The sauce that you put on this, what is it?
It's a plum sauce with a little bit of soy sauce, with a little bit of Worcester sauce.
And a kick under the table from Mitch.
Because I knew that it actually contained fish.
Does your sauce have fish in it?
I'm not 100% sure, but it may.
But it tastes lovely.
That's because there's fish in it.
But then I'm not sure if I'm eating fish, and I feel like I'm in a bit of a vegetarian vortex.
I was a vegetarian for years. I would have been like, whatever.
It says vinegar, water, molasses, sugar, salt, anchovies.
Busted.
It's like, why am I in this moral paradox? I try not to eat fish as much as possible. It's not always feasible.
You are going to burn in vegetarian hell.
It's something that I feel strongly about. I know fish have the same feelings as animals when they die, and they don't express it the same way, and it's hard to understand their suffering.
That is such...
Good God, torturing fish. I have a bit of a problem with that. I'm a fisher, you know, and we take a stick and we go whack, whack, whack.
I just feel like I can't continue eating it.
It was oversight on my part, and I should have noticed that and brought that into consideration. It's not
Mitch, give the girl a hug for sake.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Yeah, so we don't have to listen to this anymore.
I mean, I really believe that Jennifer hijacked this party.
To make sure that she wasn't coming in last.
Who knew there was fish in Worcester? Give me a hug.
Screw them.
Coming up on Come Dine With Me, the winner is revealed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that moment you all been waiting for.
Yeah. It's the final night, and Andrew's got a trick up his sleeve to score points.
How's it going?
Strippers might be fun.
And so much better than a magician.
Let's get the party started, huh? Raise the roof.
I thought, oh my God, what is he gonna do? Like,
Are you gonna make Andrew's clothes disappear?
I'm with you there.
Look what you got me into here. I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna show you something really cool.
I'm not impressed by magic. It's kind of the kind of thing that you have at like a grade 3 birthday party.
Now what I got here is a piece
what's your hands doing in your
of
pocket?
tissue paper. Check it out. I'm gonna find your card by actually using that nickel, this piece of paper, and this pack of cards, and I'm gonna set my cards on fire.
It's not that hard.
3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Whoa.
Whoa.
See that?
I see your hand going into your pocket. It was pretty friggin' brutal.
Do me a favor. Turn that one over for me. Did it look something like that one?
And it's the Jack of Hearts, yay!
I loved the magician. He smelled really good, and he was very close to me.
And Andrew's close to finishing off his meal because his bread pudding has been plated, covered in caramel sauce, and is ready to eat.
Bon appetit, enjoy.
The final course of the night.
Where we're eating dinner together, trying to pretend like we're friends.
And that you like bread pudding.
I have caramel dripping down my chin. It's not a pretty look,
Gross.
but it's mostly because I'm so enthusiastic about this dessert. I love it.
Thank you so much, Rusty. I really appreciate it.
And raisins. I like lots of raisins.
And lots of caramel sauce.
I'm wondering if you made the caramel sauce yourself.
I did not make the caramel sauce.
Andrew had made the caramel sauce himself. It's pretty easy to do.
You know what would make Jennifer really happy, though? If you whipped off that red shirt.
I gotta raise the roof. I gotta pump my fist.
Touch it, Grams, touch it.
Sheesh, what some people will do for points.
I told you I was gonna take this puppy. Now I got some dishes to do, and I gotta spend my $1,000.
Just get the dishes done, Andrew, because your scores are in.
I'm giving Andrew an 8.
Why is that, Rusty?
Because the night we raised the roof.
And if everyone scores the same as Rusty, Andrew will tie with Mitch.
I'm looking for at least a minimum of 8 from everybody. Minimum.
Which would lead to a maximum payout.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that moment you all been waiting for.
Show us the money.
I think everyone tried their best.
Damn, the host for the most.
What am I going to do when I win tonight? I'm going to take all those $20 bills, stuff them down the front of my dress.
Rusty better not win.
In last place, we have a 3-way tie.
I've never heard of that.
Really?
Rusty, Shawna, Andrew.
So that means it all comes down to Jennifer and Mitch.
In second place, Jennifer.
Jennifer, way to go!
And in first place, Mitch. Congratulations. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
So in the end, Andrew raised the roof, but not the bar.
I'm giving him a 5.
I'm giving Andrew a 6.
I'm giving Andrew a, whoops, 6.
Let's give it up for Mitch and a fantastic job!
Cheers, everybody. I know it's $1,000, but I feel like $1 million.
And of everyone, I think, besides me, he deserves to win. Congratulations!
Thank you. Aw, thank you so much.
Hot damn, I didn't stay on that bowl for 8 seconds, so I get a 0. I just don't know how I lost.
I gave it my all. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing.
It was totally worth it. This was the best experience I've ever had.